Hi, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I'm working on a sympathy card. I'm working in Cricut Craft Room, giving it another try. This is what my card looks like, and I used Art Philosophy, and I just used a 5x5 card, and I took out, and let me show you the contour. I did a hide contour and took out this design right here. I don't know whether you can see it or not. There. Looks like that. So, I'm going to exit that. The base of my card is going to be white. And I'm using my Close to My Heart white base paper. Now, layer 2 on this. Oh, I can't wait to show you. Look at this. Look at that. How ornate. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, solid color is going to go on the inside of the card, and I am going to have to do another sheet like that and put it on the white so that I can, and I wish there was a thing that I could do, just like I could do with Gypsy, where I could just click it and it would go to it, but I have to do a white insert on the inside also, I think. And then this goes on the outside of the card. And this right here, look at this, isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to stamp a little sentiment in here, and then it'll lay across this area right here. So at any rate, I'm going to get to work and cut this out. And let me show you the stamps I'm going to be using. There's 2 sets from Close to My Heart. This is the Card Chatter Sympathy. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to put, which sentiment I'm going to put on the front of the card. It depends on what fits. I would like to use this one, which is for my friend, and this on the bottom, it says sorry for your loss, but I don't know whether that's going to fit in there, so I'll have to wait and see, you know, what fits. But basically whatever I can fit into that spot is what's going to fit on the card. And I'm using this card, which is the back of a Footloose sheet, which is a summer sheet, and that's going to be this here, which is like in a creme brulee. Isn't that beautiful? It'll look so nice. So at any rate, I'm going to get cutting, and I'll be back to you in a little bit. Here we are back at the Cricut Craft Room, and I wanted to show you I'm going to cut it. So I just hit the cut button, and it's going to look for my device, which I've got. Clicked, select device, and it takes a few seconds there. Here we go. Close to My Heart is successfully, so I continue. Now, I want to do page 2 of 2. I don't want to do page 1 of 2. The reason being is I don't like the score marks. So I want this again. I've already done one card, and I want to cut it again. So I want to hit cut. It's saying that I'm missing. Okay, use the button on the Expression 2 touchscreen. So we're going to go over here. Excuse me. Let's get over to my Expression 2. And load. Now I want to use the Start button. It's going to take a while to do this because of the intricate cut. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get your Cricut Craft Room working. And as you can see, mine is real close proximity to the computer. But it's wireless, so I don't have to worry about that. So, thank you for joining us, and I'll see you when I get this all cut out. Hi, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I am making a sympathy card, as I've already shown you, on Cricut Craft Room. And this is how it turned out. Now, I got it all cut out. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? The colors are just perfect. I've inked the edges, and I've got an inside done, and then also for the outside, this little part, and I've already stamped it, and I used the stamp set for my friend, and it says sorry for your loss on the front. So that is like that, and that's how I'm going to adhere it. But I thought, oh, I'll jump in and let you know what I'm doing here. And right now I'm using the other stamp set that I showed you before, and that's Card Chatter Sympathy. And the one that I'm doing is just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care. And I had one of our designers lost her grandma, and her husband lost his grandma. And so I am putting together this little sympathy card for them. And I thought, well, you know what? I need a ton of sympathy cards. So I actually am doing 2 of them, and I'm going to be making more of them because it's something that we need, very much need to have. And I'm using this because I want to get it in a straight line. So I'm using the Fisker's little press and trying that out. And I've got a nice big area, but I want to try it and see how it works. I need to learn how to work it because on those small areas, you know, when you're really trying to get it exact, you need to know. Now, what I did is I put it on there and to check to make sure it's straight, that my lines line up. And I'm using some StazOn black ink, and I want to test it out first to make sure that it adheres really nice. Hopefully my head's not in your way. And I want to just push it down. And I didn't ink it up good enough. See that? That's why I wanted to see. I've seen people do it both ways here. I'm going to try it this way now. Looks nice and perfect now. Let's try it again. No, I think it's not. I think I've got ink on the outside edge. We'll see in a second now, won't we? All this testing I do. No, it's just right. Oh, that's the letter K. Okay. Oh, that turned out just right. Okay. Now, let's get the card on here. I'm getting better at stamping, finally. Get plenty of ink on it. Move my ink pad out of the way, and I want to get this lined up. So it's pretty straight, and I'm going to use the edge to line up there. And I think I want it just a little bit higher. Just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care. Oh, hopefully it turned out, because this paper I have to cut again if it didn't. Because at the back of it is that footloose. Oh, and it came out perfect. Just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care. Okay, that's one of them. And I have 2 of these. I think I like it this way better. You know what? I love the smell of that StazOn. I think that's why I use that one more than anything else, because I like the smell of it. Isn't that silly? Well, Abby just left a little while ago. I'm doing a couple videos all in one day. She made the Easter card for you. It was really, really nice to have her here in my crafter room and have a guest work. Oh, and that turned out perfect. Look at that. beautiful, beautiful. And at any rate, it was really a joy to have Abby here. Her mother's a very good friend of mine. And Abby is one of the ladies at the card party, as you know. And her mom and I are in the same Sunday school class, and I was so tickled when I got some email asking if Abby could show how to make that card, because she's such a neat little young lady, young woman. So it's kind of special. At any rate, I decided that one of the cards I never have on hand is a sympathy card. So I'm going to probably in the next couple of weeks make a bunch of them so that I have some in my stash, because things don't happen when you want them to. They just happen. And I don't have the time to just stop and get off the world to make a sympathy card. And I don't want to have to run out and buy one either when I can make one. Now what I did is I used the ink, sunflower ink, inked my edges here. And then I also stamped the back of the card, handcrafted by Sheila McShay, in a very light color. And as you can see, it's very subtle because it is, again, a sympathy card, and you want it subtle, but you want to let people know that you thought enough to hand make it just for them too. So anyway, okay, that's ready. So let's put together this card now. And I haven't even gotten my tools out. Can you believe it? I haven't even gotten my tools out yet. So we'll get them out. We'll get some of this stuff put together. I like the fact that I can just reach over, and I'm going to wide angle this lens out a little bit more now that we're done with the other. Isn't this bright? This is Close to My Heart's Footloose paper, and I'm using the back of it for my card, and that's why I was really careful to make sure that I inked all the edges so that you wouldn't see. And this is on the Art Philosophy card. There we go. And let's see, I need my tools. Excuse my reach here. And I need these out. I like this because I can just reach over my head and grab, and the tools are right there. And I think I need a white sheet of paper, because otherwise I'm going to get glue all over everything. Now I want you to see something. This did rip my doily. Look at that right here. It ripped it. But this little symbol is going to cover it, which is really kind of nice. As you can see, I have a bunch of Zig 2A glues. And I have the Close to My Heart one, but I'm not going to open that up yet because I've got all these are already open. So until I use these up, I'm going to do the other. And you don't have to do every little thing, but you do have to get the main areas and get the glue on it so it'll adhere. I hope you folks are having a nice day. It's actually beautiful and sunny out. We've had clouds and rain for every day, just about for a week, so it's really nice to see the sun out. I'm going to my son's for dinner today. Can't wait. And then tonight the movie The Bible starts, and I'll be watching that series. Although I'll be in Chicago next week, and I'm hoping, and I think I know my brother-in-law and sister-in-law well enough, they'll be watching that too. But it's on the History Channel if you want to know on Sunday nights for the next 5-6 weeks. And it's supposed to be excellent. Oops, I'm missing this corner right here. Okay, we should have that pretty well. Yeah, it's starting to dry here. Okay. Some of my inking came up. Make sure it's the right direction. Although at this stage of the game it doesn't matter which direction it's in, because we're just centering this right on the top. We just got to make sure that our words are on right when we get that far. See how ornate this is? And it's so simple. You know, you never know what to put on a sympathy card. And I thought the simpler the better. Ornate but simple. Delicate. And that this is. Got glue on my fingers. Okay. And this one I think I'm just going to use my zip dry, because you know me and my zip dry. I like the way it works a little bit better than the Zig 2-way. Okay. And then line it up here and here. And I could pop dot it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to glue it down as it's going in the mail, and I didn't want any hassle. I wanted it to be able to go easily, very easily through the mail. It's got one spot that didn't glue down there. There. Here's another spot right here. Going to Chicago next weekend. That's why I'm trying to get all this stuff done, because I need a bunch of posts ready. There. Sorry for your loss. Isn't that beautiful? Let's zoom in so you can see how pretty this is. Sorry for your loss. Just a little prayer that God will keep you in His prayers. In His care, excuse me. Okay, that's going to dry, and we'll move on to the next one. While we talk. I'll try doing this with zip dry. I think I like it better with the zip dry. Maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. I was watching YouTube videos yesterday. You ever get the lazies and just get on? I couldn't believe how many wonderful tutorials there are on making cards and that. I just love watching all of them. And it seems like every time I get on, I find someone new to subscribe to. There's so many nice card makers and wonderful things to learn and see. And I thank you for all the sweet comments that you make on my videos. I really appreciate them. I need to get the time to do a Gypsy Made Simple here, and I hopefully will be able to do one tomorrow. I have the Cricut Craft Room at work on my computer, and so that's why it's kind of nice to be able to, when I'm slow at work, ooh, this is not good, I can do the Cricut Craft Room and design something right at work on the computer, and then I can come home and it's right on there and be able to put it on. There we go. Okay. Should we pop that one? Why don't we pop that one? Try one with and one without. See how it looks. Got to be able to walk into a funeral home and carry a card. This is the one I'll use for that. The one that goes in the mail, I use the other one. And this is a 5x5 card. And I have to tell you, I showed you the video of the Cricut Craft Room where I cut out the card, and the card had score marks on it, and I don't like the score marks. So what I ended up doing is just cutting a card, hand cutting a card, and using my We Are Memory Keepers corner cropper chomper, whatever it's called, you know, the chomper, and did that and took that off because I don't like the little edges. It was a very thick edge, and the last time I used Art Philosophy it didn't have that, so I don't know why it had it on this particular card, but I didn't like it, so that's what I did. See how fussy I am? Just don't like those score marks. It looks like cuts in the card, as far as I'm concerned. There we go. Just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care. Sorry for your loss. I just love this. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me today on She's the Sassy Lady. I know the cards were for a sad occasion, but you know what? It's a part of life. We all have those occasions, and we need to be prepared for them. So do yourself a favor, sit down, make a couple sympathy cards, and have them all cut out so that you're ready for the time when you need it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye now.